Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone to this new lesson. Today we have reading. It's from Unit 5 and the name of the course is Traveler 5. This is the first semester and we are targeting third secondary stage. Alright, what we will learn today. Number 1, read an article about what life in the future will be like. 2, practice reconstructing a gapped text. And 3, practice guessing the meaning of unknown words. Okay, so reading an article about what life in the future will be like and practicing reconstructing a gapped text and practicing guessing the meaning of unknown words. So are you ready to move? And as usual, the warm-up page. What do you think cities will be like in the future? As you can see on the right-hand side, this is the current image of the cities around the world. So what do you think cities will be like in the future? Do you think will still the same? Or there's a big difference between now and the future cities? You are going to read an article about predictions made by a group of scientists about what life will be like in the future. Read the article quickly without paying attention to the missing sentences and choose the correct missing sentences. We are going to read a passage and there is some missing sentences. Don't pay attention to that. Choose the correct missing sentences from the option will be shown in the next slide. Alright, as you can see, this is the passage and we have missing sentences in number 1 and number 2. We should read the passage and then look for the right sentence. Is it A or B for number 1? And number 2, is it A or B? Okay, what does the future hold for us? This is a question that has most probably crossed your mind at some point. But is there anyone who can truly tell us what our lives will be like 50 years from now? A group of scientists recently completed a study that aimed to do just that. This group consists of professionals from different occupations and fields of study. Here are a few ideas based on their predictions to help you imagine the future. Alright, so what is the right number for, or the right option for number 1, and the same thing for number 2? Is it A, together they set out to discover the predict the future, or the reason for this is that most of what we do today is aimed at some kind of benefit or outcome in the future? What do you think? Alright, the correct options, number 1 is B. The reason for this is that most of what we do today is aimed at some kind of benefit or outcome in the future. Alright, while number 2, A, is the right option. Together they set out to discover and predict the future. Okay, just follow with me. I'm going to read for you the passage and later on we are going to select the right option for each gapped text. 50 years from now, populations in all countries will have grown to such an extent that cities will themselves have to undergo a radical change to cater for these growing populations numbers. Cities as they are today will not be able to provide places for all these people to work and live. Although many have spoken about population explosions in cities and the need to get people out of these city centers, this may not be the best solution to the problem. Most of the people living on the outskirts of the city are therefore forced to travel long distances to get to work every day. So a more suitable solution has to be found. This seems to be what are now called commercial and residential high-rise buildings. They will be similar to today's skyscrapers, but they will be taller and they will combine places of residence with different work environment. The people living in these high-rise buildings will not have to leave the buildings to go to work, the gym or supermarket. They will live, work, shop, and entertain themselves in the same building without having to travel from one place to another. And the only drawback will be taking the lift to get from one floor to the next. Imagine how inconvenient that it will be if each building consists of 1,000 floors. Alright, what is the right number? What is the right option for number 3, number 4, and 5? Most public services and big businesses are located in or somewhere near to the city center. D, think of how much time we could save if we didn't have to move around. And E, one aspect of the future that they focused on was the future cities will look like. And the right answers for each: E is the right one for number 3, and C, as you can see, is the right one for number 4, and D is the right option for number 5. Alright, now time for the assessment. Match the highlighted words in the article with the meanings from A to F, as you can see the meanings on the left hand side, and the highlighted words in the text from 1 to 6. Your mission is just to match. Alright, number 1, extend; 2, undergo; 3, radical; 4, residential; and 5th word, drawback; and 6 is commute. Okay, A, travel regularly; and B, extreme; C, disadvantages; or D, having private houses; while E means size; F, go through. Your mission is just to match the words with the list of meanings from A to F. Alright, here we go with the right answers. E is the right one for number 1, extend, size, and 2, undergo. F is the right option, go through. Radical for number 3. B is the right option, extreme. And number 4, D is the right option, residential is having private houses. C, drawback, is the right answer. As you can see, disadvantage and commute is 6, which is the A, travel regularly. Alright, what we have learned today, as you can see, guessing the meaning of unknown words. 1, extend means size. Undergo means go through. 3, radical means extreme. Residential means having private houses. Drawback means disadvantage. And commute means travel regularly. And also text missing sentences. A, together they set out to discover and predict the future. B, the reason for this is that most of what we do today is aimed at some kind of benefit or outcome in the future. C, most public services and big businesses are located or somewhere near to that city center. Think of how much time we could save if we didn't have to move around. And the last sentence, as you can see, E, one aspect of the future that they focused on was what future city look or will look like. That's where the references of that lesson, and this slide, as usual, means the end of the lesson. I would like to thank you for your watching. I hope you do learn and enjoy the lesson. This is the website for more informations and the lessons, and if you prefer to contact us via Twitter account, this is the right option. And if you prefer to call, 800-442-2220 is the right number to call. Thank you again. Hope to see you next time. Until that, goodbye for now.